And all praise, honor, glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RACHAQUADASH, double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And it's sincere shalom to the Akim out there pushing the sincerity and the truth and the sound doctrine. Um, this is a really quick video. Um, like we say when we do videos with a woman, when we do videos on a woman, um, if you're offended at all, somehow offended at all by this video, then it's definitely talking about you. Okay. Now you can see the title, the disrespect of elders is seriously out of control. Right? It's seriously out of control. I'm talking about in the world, but really not even really talking about them in the world because they're whatever. Okay, but I'm really talking about in general. But this is mainly to brothers in the truth, man. Right? These Israelite camps, brothers in Great Millstone. Yep, because you got brothers in Great Millstone that I see personally have such disrespect for elders is absolutely insane. While sometimes uh, uh, they don't talk to them disrespectfully, but if an elder gives you advice, or an elder tells you to do something and you do the complete opposite, and knowing that it's not going to hurt you, it's going to help you, and you do the complete opposite, that's part of the disrespect too. But you got the flip side where brothers, yes, brothers, blatantly or supposedly brothers, blatantly disrespect elders. Now, this is how we know we're a degenerate plant, okay? Because back in ancient times, we didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about when we was in our right mind. We didn't do that. Even if an elder was going, like for example, like if Nate came to the camp, yeah, we say a lot about Nate, and I will say that he's a sellout, and yes, he is a piece of garbage, but to outright, disrespect him to his face, he comes up, we're going to get on his doctrine, no doubt about it, man. We're going to slice and dice that, man. At the same time, we you know we gotta have class with that. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gotta have class with that. I'm not going to just outright and blatantly just disrespect an older man. I'm talking about in the world. I'm talking about wherever, an older person in general. I'm not. We shouldn't do that. I got on a lot about that when I was younger, right? You shouldn't. That's class. That's tacky, as Elder Yashawah like saying. It's tacky, right? And that's all part of us being a degenerate plant. That madness right there, man. All right. So I see an awful lot of that. And I was thinking about that earlier this morning, right? And I see an awful lot of that. Like I said, in Great Millstone, with the disrespect to elders is absolutely ridiculous, right? And then with some brothers like doing this, no respect to person. You gotta know what that's talking about, man. You gotta know what that's talking about. See, for you other camps out there, you see, we get on our own 24/7 because we make sure we stay in order. We make sure we stay straight, unlike y'all. Okay. But anyway, this First Timothy chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, "Rebuke not an elder." Now, what is this word? What does it mean by rebuking? Okay, because if you see an elder going off, yeah, I mean, yeah, you get on, but you do it respectfully. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you shouldn't, and you need witnesses with that too, right? Or if you just want to pull elders, look, elders, it's kind of going, it really is going off. It really is messed up. It's you know, so it's just in a sense like that. You don't have to be disrespectful about it. And if the elder, that elder man constantly goes off, you get some witnesses, and if that elder man gotta get kicked out, you kick him out. But you still show that respect, man. This is why Elder Apostle Hart gets mad. He gets furious when he sees younger men disrespecting older men, man, or older people in general, right? And that's just my generation, you know. sadly, you got a lot of older guys out here, right? Who, like I said, I will still show respect, but sadly, you got a lot of older guys out here that didn't teach the my generation nothing but how to be simps, and that's about it. And barely even that, because that's just learned behavior, and barely, like I said, barely even that, right? You got a lot of older guys out here that's just dumb as hell. But this is where when you come into the truth, and this is why I'm talking specifically to brothers in the truth. You come into this thing and you got an elder over you, right, in the camp, or let's say the elder came in after you. You still have to, let's say this man is like 60 years old, right? 60, over 60 years old. And you've been in this thing for, like, you've been in this in the you've been in the truth for right around 8 years. Let's say 8 years, right? And this 60-year-old man finally comes in. Do you know you still ought to show that man respect? But you got a lot of Jake out here. You got a lot of brothers out there that think they got it going on, and think you can't tell them nothing, because it's just like, well, I've been in this thing, I've been in these. But that's still an elder, man. He can still teach you some things, man. Sure, that the being in the truth might be a little different, right? It is a little different. But at the same time, that elder can tell, now that elder, especially that elder being in the truth now, right, can tell you some things, a lot of things, that can guide you in the truth and in the world, right? So you still ought to show that man top respect for real, man. While he still has to recognize that you know you're still over him in the spirit, right? Fine. But that whole disrespected thing is classless, man. It absolutely it's barbaric. It really is. It's belligerent, and it really is embarrassing, man. And it's demonic, right? Any one of y'all jakes out there that's doing that stuff, man, you should really feel embarrassed, man. You ought to be embarrassed, man. And it's shameful. What other word do I need to use, man? Every time I see that brothers doing this, every time I see that, I'm like, what is wrong with you, man? Like, you looking like a real demon right now, right? You just looking like a straight up caveman. You get on Esau, man, you starting to look like Esau, behaving like that. Man, we had class, man. We had class, and us rehearsing the righteous acts. Part of that is respecting our elders. Older man comes up to you, let's say you at camp. Older man comes up to you, starts talking madness. Okay, well, you send him on down the street. But that whole going back and forth with this older man, right? And you're a young man, like 20s, like me. I'm in the 20s, right? And the older man comes up to us at camp to start talking, trash or whatever. Well, you know what? Number one, we got no business going back and forth with anybody anyway. Being out there, we out there to teach. But you just send them on down the street, whatever, man. You just a wicked demon. You just a wicked nigga, man, going down the street. You just wicked. But all that disrespect and stuff like that, nah, man. So, like, I know I'm a bit long-winded in this video, but it is what it is. It says, rebuke not an elder, but entreat him as a father, and the younger men as brethren. Okay, it says the elder women as mothers. You see that? It says the younger as sisters with all purity. On the flip side, you got a lot of older jakes who I've seen with personally. They don't got no respect for the younger men. They just talk to them like, whatever. You just try, whatever. You beneath me, you whatever. Right? They got no type of respect at all. Right? They didn't treat the younger men as brothers. They just was like, well, whatever. And the older men that I seen do that, right along with the younger men, that I seen disrespect elders, have all gone. Especially in this, And in this camp, they've all gone, man. Right? And most of them don't even. One of the reasons why the Lord is messing up Gorilla Hebrew right now. That's one of the reasons. I see a lot of you groupies and a lot of y'all guys on the comment board don't know that Alizar started off in Great Millstone, man. And you see what happened. He's the, you know, we're gonna get that soon. But let's continue on. Now I want to get this rebuke, okay? Because it's a rebuke, not an elder, right? So what does this mean, right? To strike upon, beat upon. It says to chastise with words, chide. I believe that says chide. Um, Upbraiding, right? Rebuke. So pretty much cursing them out. Okay, that's not the role of a young man. Okay, to be cursing out elders and stuff like that, man. Okay, a lot of Jake, you know, like I said, especially when they feel like they've been doing this thing longer, and then a older man comes in, and these, you know, Jake just feel like, I'm gonna tell you, man. In me and the elder Karate Zabal was having a conversation about this not too long ago. It's right around late 20s, 30s, and even 40s, kind of in 40s, like early 40s. It's when you run into that problem with Jake, man. Really in the 30s, man. You know, you run into that problem with Jake, right? My generation too, as far as 20s, but then you got the 30s, then you got the really early 40s. That got a problem, serious problem with that, man. Right? You think you got it going on, but then what's crazy is something happens and you don't know what to do. This is where you turn to elders for advice. And we're gonna get that advice part in a minute. But this says do not, this is First Timothy 5:1 in a couple different, translations. Rebuke not an elder harshly. Never speak harshly to an older man. So you get the point there. Okay, let's move on. Um, Ephesians chapter 6, verse 1. It says, "Children, obey your parents in the Lord." Okay, for this is right. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. You got a lot of Jake out there that actually, I'm talking about brothers in the truth, that got parents, right? Fathers, mothers, and don't respect them worth a damn. You know, just because you have a parent in the world does, you are still under the law. Okay, you are still responsible for your actions. The hell with them being in the world. Forget about that for a second, man. Those are still your parents, man. Okay, which means you still have to treat them with the utmost respect. You shouldn't be sitting up there cursing out your father and your mother, man. Right? If you're doing that, man, if we find a brother doing that, right, in the truth, they get suspended, man. Cause that's really going off. You're being a demon. You're being demonic. You're being a nigga, man. Okay? That's that stuff that belong in the world. You come into this thing, you have to be born, so-called, quote unquote, born again. But more so, these parents is talking about your spiritual parents, your elders and apostles, man. Right? It's more so what that's going into. Okay? Now, let's go on. I'm gonna skip that. I was gonna get that before I started this video, but we're not gonna go there. Um, let's see here. Proverbs 19 and 20. It says, "Hear counsel, and receive instruction, that thou mayest be wise in the latter end." Now, we going up to verse 2 now, because it said, "Receive instruction." Also, that soul be without knowledge. Also that the soul be without knowledge is not good. And he that hasten with his feet sinneth. And that's exactly what happened to Alazar, man. Right? That's that. So he went on, did its own thing, started his own thing, disrespected his elders, his teachers, and then he resorted to being the peggy leader. You can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. He hastened with his feet. Now look. So that's all I got on this, man. You know, well, you know, y'all brothers gotta have some more class, and you know, really, it'll go for me too, man. Right? Brothers gotta have some more class, man. Right? So anyway, that's all I got on this video. Giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Shalom.